Sponsored by Dennis J. Courtney, M.D., Director of the Courtney Medical Group, located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray, Pennsylvania. For more information or to make an appointment, call 724-942-3002. That's 724-942-3002 for Dennis J. Courtney, M.D.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to AIM Impact on Your Health. AIM Impact on Your Health, where every day our goal is to have you learn, well, at least one thing to help you live better and longer. AIM Impact on Your Health, heard each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney, and I'm with you each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. AIM Impact on Your Health, where each day you'll find current medical news, knowledgeable guests, fascinating health topics, and of course, where we do encourage you to call in to join in. Well, it is Friday. This is, as we say, the get 'em up, out of town version of the show, because each and every Friday we look forward to that wonderful weekend up and coming. Gloomy as it is right now, I understand it is supposed to be a gorgeous one up and coming, if I got all my weather reports correct. So, a little different for us. Normally we have reserved Friday for strictly call in and get it off your chest. Today, actually, we're going to reunite with a good friend of ours. You've met her a number of months ago in conjunction with, well, a whole bunch of people. Deborah Ray being number one on the list because Deborah's affiliated with the company that she's now the president of. Hey, a lot going on with this product and this company known as Fruit of the Spirit. You hear the spots done on our radio show each and every day when we cut to a commercial. Well, we're going to find out what's new, what's up and coming, what's around the corner in this company called Fruit of the Spirit, which we're going to be dedicating some time to today with the new president. I think, if I read everything correctly, she was vice president the last time I talked with her. She's El Presidente now. Her name is Deanna Naylor, just a gorgeous young lady with a beautiful message. Fruit of the Spirit is our discussion today. Now, look, in the course of our discussion with Deanna, you want to call in to ask a question. Don't forget the number, as always, will be 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. Looking at the calendar here, it has been a quick-paced September. Kitties are back. Oh, yes, they really are. Next week, I keep telling you, is Cass Ingram week around here. You all know Cass. He's the king of oregano, as well as other, I'm going to say, environmental products coming from the forest. He's freshly out of one. I don't know where he is right now in Europe, unless he went back into another forest, but he's to emerge to be with us next week. For sure, what I know is he's going to be the featured speaker up at the Freedom of Choice and Cancer Therapy group in Butler on Thursday. So it's a little switcheroo, because instead of the third Thursday, it's now the fourth. Funny how that works. It's still going to be the same place, though. Days Inn, just south of Butler, right-hand side, 7 o'clock. And Cass, well, what a powerful public speaker he is. Every time he comes on the show, we certainly do get responses from you. You've come to really trust and appreciate him, as I do also. We'll get him on the show. I can't say whether it's going to be Monday or Wednesday right now. He'll, I'm sure, make a commitment to come on our show preliminarily in anticipation of his presentation up at that group on Thursday. So 2 days next week, one here with us on the air, the other up there at that Freedom of Choice and Cancer Therapy group. Cass Ingram's coming to town. Flipping the page, as we will do soon anyway, to the month of October, and looking at our schedule for that month, we got Dr. Hanna, the nasal washings fame, Dr. Hanna, who last month brought to us a pretty interesting way of taking care of upper respiratory items, allergies, and the like through a company and a product that she put together called Naso Pure. Now, a lot of people have had an opportunity to get that product now. They have used it. I'm getting some pretty good reports from patients that I see who are using it. Love to hear from you, and I'm sure she would too when she returns with us on October 4th to talk about NasoPure and nasal washings. Also has promised to discuss a bit this entire issue of vaccines. We are in a back-to-school posture. She is a pediatrician. Let's find out what she has to say about them. She said she will speak on that matter somewhat. Of course, too, as you turn the page into October, you automatically bite into this month. It's a famous month. It's called Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You have heard about it for a number of years now. The fountain, I'm guessing, although on the morning of, I'll probably put out a plea for anybody driving their vehicle anywhere near the point to let us know for sure. But I've never been let down. The fountain will turn pink on Monday not Monday, it looks like Friday. Friday, October 1st, we'll go on the air and we'll just see if it did turn pink. That usually makes me turn red because it will be a month of bludgeoning our ladies to consider to have mammography done, which is dubious at best. Even the federal government itself came out last year after completely beating up the ladies for a full month in October and not signaling a word, not even letting out a clue that something was awry, something was amiss with the mammography issue. Even within the halls of the federal government, they allowed women to be bludgeoned for a month. They skipped a month, and then December said, you know what, that thing with the mammograms, not a good idea. You don't even need them until you're 70. Wow. What a mouthful. But they'll be back again, and we'll have a lot to report on that month on this issue of breast cancers, on how best to avoid them, how best to detect them, and that also means a discussion on thermography. The girls, we call them the girls, they're the techs that run the thermography unit. At least comes to my office. I know they go to many other offices out there, and whatever one is geographically nearest to you, I strongly recommend that with the reminder of the fountain turning pink. I don't want you to think mammograms necessarily. I do want you to think breast cancer awareness. I think that's safe. I want you to think of thermography. If you know nothing about it, you want to stay tuned on the 11th. The girls will be here. If you do know, and I have so many ladies that say, oh yeah, I do that every year. Maybe just the time for that little reminder. But we'll have the girls here with us on the 11th. Then as you get to the actual third Thursday of the month in October, it will be time for the Freedom of Cancer Therapy group to meet again. This time it will be on a third Thursday. And a gentleman by the name of Bill Henderson, who wrote a book on cancer treatments, I'm assuming alternative ones, will be the featured guest. I don't have any bio on him right now. I should have received it, have not. But the more I learn about him, I'll bring that to you so that you can have the opportunity to know a little more about Bill before he shows up on that day. And then I'd like to share this with you. Get a lot of emails. Get one from actually a relative of mine, and I cut this one this morning. It's a sentence. It's a long sentence, but there's a lot of information packed in that sentence. The little blurb here is entitled "Understanding Healthcare." So here it goes in my best adaptation of I think what is intended to be behind the message. It goes something like this: let me get this straight. We're going to be gifted, in quotation marks, gifted with a health care plan that we are forced to purchase and fined if we don't, written by a committee whose chairman says he doesn't understand it, passed by a Congress that said they haven't read it but exempt themselves from it, to be signed by a president who smokes, with funding administered by a Treasury chief who doesn't pay his taxes, to be overseen by a Surgeon General who is obese, and financed by a country that's broke. The final quote: what could possibly go wrong with this? Hey, there's a lot in there to sort of let slosh around. I'm glad I had a chance to bring it to you. Certainly caught my eye. Hope it caught your ear. And, hey, if anything's on your mind about it, you can call us up today to get it off your chest. And that's the way I see it as it stands right now. Let's do this. Let's take a short break. In the interim, we're going to head down Texas way. Good friend of ours is in the waiting, on the offering, waiting to come aboard. You've met her before. You now meet her again. She's El Presidente now. Find out what happened with Fruit of the Spirit and all the players involved with them. We'll be right back with Deanna Naylor.
But he just got the word. Basic Health Plan has a $5,000 deductible event to make sure nobody gets sick this year. Remember what those doctors said this cost for last year's colds and flu? Oh, sorry, I gotta go. Love you.
We can do this. We can cut the fast food lunches. Soda, that's a lot of sugar. We could all take that evening walk. And hey, I heard a program about fruit of the spirit. What did they say? 1 ounce, the equivalent of 5 servings of fruits with herbs and minerals. We could add some to our breakfast protein shake. Fruit of the Spirit is unique whole fruit puree. Fruit of the Spirit contains fresh fruits native to the Holy Land and alkalizing minerals from the Dead Sea. With no added sugars, Fruit of the Spirit is a unique product from 5 years of work from science-based nutritional experts. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer. Fruit of the Spirit.
Is that right?
Your good health.
Oh, you got it.
Spirit is convenient, affordable, and delicious. That's 1-800-442-3793. Call them now. 1-800-442-3793.
This is Dennis J. Courtney, MD. You become confused about how best to manage your health. It's no wonder. It seems that every time you turn on the television or radio, another expert has yet another suggestion for you to follow that seems to be reasonable enough, but no matter how dutifully you follow the instruction, it just doesn't quite produce the results that you were looking for. If this confusion sounds familiar to you, give us a call at the Center for Complementary Health, where we'll make some sense of the confusion based on a blending of traditional and alternative medicine that we've been perfecting over the last 7 years. We offer metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and a host of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
Dennis J. Courtney, MD, is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to AM Impact on Your Health. Heard here on KHB 620 each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. We're here today on a Friday version of the show. It's typically a get 'em up by the time version where normally we have you just call in and get things off your chest. Today, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to bring to you a very good friend of ours. It's been many months since we had her with us, and each and every day on our show, at least, you're hearing about her, or at least the company she represents now in a capacity that she wasn't in before, a company called Fruit of the Spirit. A great product with a message that's different than most, with a young lady who now heads it that has a strong message to bring back to you, bring you up to date on the company and the players and herself. Her name is Deanna Naylor. She's with us right now. Let's say good morning. Good morning and welcome back, El Presidente.
Good morning.
Hey, I got to get to that Presidente thing because, Deanna, when we last were talking, you were vice president of this company. Now you're president. You've got to bring us up to speed on how that happened and the duties that come along with it and the things that have now passed by you that maybe you didn't anticipate and things that you did. Tell us about how it feels to be a president.
Well, it feels wonderful. I truly feel blessed to have the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in with the company that I'm with. Craig Keelan was the founder of Fruit of the Spirit, and it's amazing what God does. God has been continuously opening doors for us to get this product out. But not only the product, but the message. And our message, since I haven't been on for a while, I'll share that.
Yeah, bring us up to speed on this, on the message, on the company. There'll be people that won't even have heard of Fruit of the Spirit. Hey, if they're listening for the first time, tell them about this product that we all, the rest of us, all know so well.
Yeah, and Craig Keelan I mentioned, has been a health and nutritional product and on the cutting edge of developing really outstanding products with the highest integrity since '91. And I guess it's been about 6 years ago now, he was sitting in Lakewood Church and he had the inspiration to create a product that not only delivered extremely wonderful results as the product itself, but also delivered a message of how we should really support our body the way that God intended us to, taking care of our diet, our lifestyles. And so Fruit of the Spirit was born. It's a high antioxidant whole food puree, and it's different than a lot of things that you see on the shelves now. It's made with the whole food. So we have 13 ingredients, all superfruits, that are superfruits, and then we have 3 natural anti-inflammatory herbs. Well, 2 are frankincense and myrrh, which is really a great story to tell. The formulator wanted to create this product to tell a story, a biblical story. So frankincense and myrrh are included, and then also minerals from the Dead Sea. And I'm sure your listeners know that our foods are so depleted of alkalizing minerals. And so what we've done is put a concentrated amount that are ironically from the Dead Sea, where Jesus walked. And you drink it, 1 ounce gives you the nutritional equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. So it's a great, convenient way to get the fruits and vegetables. We're not saying don't eat fruits and vegetables, but it's a great way to supplement some of the ones that you may be lacking, or to get more in your diet. So it's so fun. I'm able to spread the message, God's Word, along with a wonderful product, along with education. We work with people like you to get our message out. We also work with ministries across the country to be able to get this product and message out. And like I said, God just continues to open doors for us, and we're just so humbled and grateful all at the same time to be able to do this every day.
Now that product, it's the biblical references with even these 13 fruit purees. Every one of those fruits were at least mentioned in the Bible, right? Isn't that the idea? And they come from the Middle East, or at least they're indigenous to the Middle East, or
yes, they are native to the Mediterranean region, and it's really amazing how our formulator and the team behind Fruit of the Spirit was able to create a really outstanding product while also sharing the messages from the Bible. And we use scripture all the time when we're marketing this product, to be able to tie it back to the foundation of us taking care of ourselves.
Well, the issue too is that this stuff, I mean, the word fruit, I can't emphasize it enough. This stuff tastes really good. This is like tutti frutti, but it's so healthy, and there are these fruit purees, as you say. And I tell you, the best testimony to this is to watch my kids, any kid, actually demand and not want to miss having their daily supplementation, because they don't want to miss the thrill it is by having to swallow that stuff first thing in the morning or the evening or whenever. In fact, the problem is they're nipping on that little too much, Deanna. You can't keep them away from the stuff.
I know. I have a 5-year-old girl, and she drinks it every morning. Every morning she'll ask for the Spirit if I don't get it out in time. And that's a great point. It's amazing because people will drink Fruit of the Spirit, and they'll assume that we've added sugar or natural or artificial flavoring, but there is no artificial flavoring, no added sugar. The only sugar that you're getting from the fruit itself is only 3 grams. And that's why, a lot of people like you, Dr. Courtney, and other doctors and nutritional practitioners across the country are using Fruit of the Spirit for several different reasons. But one is because it is very low in sugar, and it's all natural sugar. Very low in carbohydrates, extremely low, and low in calories. So not only are you getting the loaded doses of antioxidants and alkalizing minerals and natural anti-inflammatory herbs, but you're not getting the negative stuff that a lot of those juices and purees, what they claim to be purees, have in those drinks. So it's a great way to get it without getting calorie-loaded sugar, but it does taste good.
It's so good, and 1 ounce, the equivalent of serving of five servings of fruits and vegetables. Am I right about that?
That's exactly right. It's antioxidant, the ORAC level, and it's all from the fruits. And it's amazing because you go down the list of ingredients, and it's things that you can't buy in the store, like aronia, which is it's an extreme superfruit. When you look at the ORAC scale of aronia, it's off the charts. There's pomegranate, bilberry, blueberries. So all of the things that your body needs, and it gives you an array of those vitamins and minerals throughout those ingredients.
All right, so certainly, and anybody who might be listening to me today who has tasted it and actually even receives it will be able to just add additional testimony to the thing we're talking about. Those who have not, you cannot get this stuff in a store. Am I right about that?
That is right.
You cannot. You got to get it through us. They can do it. We have our own phone number here. What is our phone number? I know Deborah keeps mentioning it every time she does a spot. Do you happen to know ours?
I do. It's 1-800-793-8714.
1-800-793-8794. Okay.
1-800-793.
Yeah.
8714.
8714. And so if you're listening out there now and you want to give this a try, just give them a call and someone will answer. And it is our own 800 number into Through the Spirit and allow you to order over the phone. You had initially offered this stuff at one price, and then was very quickly you dropped that price. And my understanding is it still held that pricing. Tell us about the pricing for this product.
The product is, it was $39. We dropped it down to $29 just because we really want to get this product out, and we know that right now it's difficult to invest those dollars. Everyone is watching every dollar. So the product is priced at $29, and when you think about $29, you are getting 30 ounces in a bottle. And so when you think about 30 ounces, 1 ounce a day, it's $1 a day, and it is a great investment for your health. And if you sign up for AutoShip today, you'll get free shipping, so you can get it to your door for $29.
That's really great. Hey, we already have knocks on the door. I'm inviting everybody, if you want to talk to El Presidente. You got the president here, folks. I mean, when you get an opportunity to talk to the president, give us a call, 412-825-6262. Deanna, there was a knock on the door. Do you mind taking questions?
I would love to.
Come on ahead. You're with the president, Deanna Naylor. Go right ahead. What's on your mind?
Dr. Courtney, I just had one question to ask your guest.
Sure.
You may have already addressed this because I didn't hear the entire program there. Does this product undergo pasteurization?
Is it pasteurized?
That is a great question. We flash sterilize. It's an aseptic process. It's an aseptic manufacturing process, and it's the best manufacturing process to be able to keep it safe, the ingredients safe for you to drink. But it's heated within 3 seconds and cools down, so it doesn't sit in the bottle and cook like most pasteurizations do. It's flash sterilized. So, and each ingredient is monitored and flashed to the least amount possible. And there are no preservatives in the bottle. So, it's the best process. If you go on our website, there's a short video that explains the process in detail that you want. But each ingredient is 40% more maintained the nutritional value through this process.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Great question. As I expected, a great answer. You took care. I mean, so many of my listeners will be concerned that the heating process would minimize, decrease, diminish the nutritional properties, and you're saying within the bounds of safety, you've maintained them to a level heretofore by this flash process, which I wasn't really familiar with. I never heard of it before. Is it a rare process? I haven't heard much of.
It is. There's only 2 facilities in the country that do it, and actually only 3 in the world that do the aseptic sterilization, and we go to one of them.
Aseptic sterilization. There's a mouthful. That's something that this president you must have established. We had what was his name, by the way? We had the formulator guy on our show. It was a fascinating hour we spent with him on how you or your predecessor there as president gave him and entrusted him with putting the formulation together. What was his name?
Dr. Mark Pedersen.
That's it. We got to get Mark back too, because he knows this product inside out, and I bet you he's got more to say about. Would you kind of sterilization? You call this aseptic?
He does. He said every run of Fruit of the Spirit makes sure that everything is it touches the highest standard. So he monitors the product very closely.
All right. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to ask you about Deborah, because Lord knows she's intimately involved with this company. She put the full force of her reputation behind it. Let's find out where she is. You told me Vancouver. I don't know what she's doing up there, but I've got a feeling it has something to do with Fruit of the Spirit. I just have a feeling. Be back in a moment with El Presidente, Deanna Naylor, Fruit of the Spirit. That's what we're talking about today. Be right back.
Have you been to the doctor lately? Was fatigue top of your complaint list? Even if your doctor asks you what you eat, the recommended 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day is a dream in your busy schedule. What have you learned of a product 5 years in the formulation that delivers 5 servings of fruits and minerals in just 1 ounce? That's right, it's Fruit of the Spirit. The blessings of Fruit of the Spirit are now formulated into a delicious whole fruit puree product rich in antioxidants and minerals. Your health is more than just a test result. It's a balance of physical, spiritual, and emotional factors. You work regularly to strengthen your faith. Let Fruit of the Spirit help cover your nutritional needs in a convenient and cost-effective ounce a day. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer. Fruit of the Spirit, a blessing for your good health. Fruit of the Spirit, 5 servings of fruits and minerals with no added sugars. That's 1-800-442-3793 for your good health. Call them now, 1-800-442-3793.
This is J. Courtney, MD. You become confused about how best to manage your health. It's no wonder. It seems that every time you turn on the television or radio, another expert has yet another suggestion for you to follow that seems to be reasonable enough, but no matter how dutifully you follow the instruction, it just doesn't quite produce the results that you were looking for. If this confusion sounds familiar to you, give us a call at the Center for Complementary Health, where we'll make some sense of the confusion based on a blending of traditional and alternative medicine that we've been perfecting over the last 7 years. We offer metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and a host of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
Dennis J. Courtney, MD, is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Good morning and welcome back to AM Impact on Your Health here on this Friday. Get 'em up, out of town version of the show. Doing it a little differently today. Got a great guest. She's wonderful. She's the president of this company you were first made aware of here way back in December of 08. I think we go that far back with this company and this young lady now ascending to this higher position. She's the lady in charge. She knows most about this, more about this than anybody else. But she has so many people alongside of her that she's proud to talk about too. We're going to talk about some of those people. You know them. Well, one in particular you absolutely know. Her name's Deborah Ray. We're going to get to talking about her right now. In the interim, if you want to give us a call and ask Deanna a question, the number is 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. Are you still out there, Deanna?
I am.
Deanna, I know that Deborah Ray has influenced you so much in a positive way. She's influenced us all, really. We've come to know and love her over years' worth of a relationship developed by her and her husband on the radio well, it still lingers on to this day. We long for Deborah Ray, but she took the full force of her reputation and threw it behind this product in a way she had never done before. That meant so much to me to hear that she did that. She had never put her reputation behind any product, but yet she did so with Fruit of the Spirit. Tell us about that story, because I think it says so much about your product, your company, to have Deborah Ray be literally that spokesperson, that because she says it, we know it's true.
It is such a great compliment to the product, and it's amazing to have her by our side, just from a standpoint of her reputation, first of all, but just the education that she has a wealth of knowledge on health and nutrition, and just so much experience around talking about it. Obviously, it's a radio program, on television, and we could not have been blessed with a better partner.
Oh.
And it's so amazing, the story. We were led to her through one of the ministries that we were working with when we first brought this product out, and it's a television ministry. But we went to Arthur Lane Rippey, and we started talking to her about the product, and she said, I'm interested in talking about the product on my show, but I really want you to meet Deborah Ray, because she's the gold standard, is what she says. And she is. She's the gold standard of this type of thing. And so we met with Deborah. At first she said no, because she had just wrapped up her radio program, and she tried the product. A couple of the physicians that she works with in the Tampa area, she got to try the product with patients, and the more she started learning about the product, and I kept tapping on her, and she went to Bible study one week, and the topic it was on her heart, and the topic, ironically, was Fruit of the Spirit, and she said she knew then that God was calling her to be a part of this, not only for the product, but just the message and the inspiration that we're sharing, and she jumped on board, and she hasn't looked back.
She has not looked back. She put the full force of that reputation behind it, continues to do so today. You inspired her enough to do what others had not been able to accomplish. Deborah actually wrote a book with, tell us about that book, because it truly is with Fruit of the Spirit in mind that she wrote it. I can't recall her writing it, and then she has designs to write other books, but this is the first one she's put out, and you have to feel honored that she took time and attention to bring this book to the forefront, which now has got to be a signature piece of literature that you offer within the company.
It is, and it is it's just such a gift because of her wealth of knowledge and everything that she talks about. It's amazing that she wrote this book, and it's a book that, and she had the help of Dr. Reyes and Dr. Young, who she works with on a regular basis in their practice, and she took some of her experience in practice and wrote this book. And what the topic is really our message with Fruit of the Spirit. It's taking science and faith and tying it together on health and nutrition and how to keep our body in balance, and how God created balance in the world as well as in our bodies. And the book is called Harmony, and it takes scripture, it talks about pH balance and alkalis and minerals, and then it also talks about Fruit of the Spirit and how it can help on a daily basis, and other things that you can do throughout your day to take better care of yourself. So yeah, it's amazing. We launched it, or she released it. I guess it was in April this year, and we are including it in first-time orders. So if you haven't ordered the product, and you place an order, you'll receive that hospital book.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that the book goes out free to those who order. Now that you've given me my own phone number so that I could pass it on to our listeners, that number is 1-800-793-8714. Am I right about that, Deanna?
Yes.
So you give that a call, and you can order the product, $29, and you'll get a free copy of the book. We do have copies here. If you want to come on in to our office, and I'll give you a free taste of the product. That'll be very convincing. And I'll give you a free book if you'd like to try it that way. If you already know you want to try it and don't even have to have any more convincing, then use that number, 1-800-793-8714, $29. You can't beat it, and you'll be a member of the Fruit of the Spirit family, and you can't get it any other place, folks. You won't be able to find it anyplace else except here with that phone number and involved with this company. So nice to be a part of it. When I first really spoke with you and had you on the show, that was really the dawning of this company. It was just starting to move in various segments of the United States. It's a year and a half later, Deanna. You've got to be really big now. Am I right about that? You've branched out to a whole bunch of different places that you were never in before.
You are right. Again, I'll give the credit where credit is due. God leads us to different paths, and it's amazing over the last year and a half since we've talked. We started out working with directly with churches and ministries, and slowly across the country we started planting seeds. And those seeds have developed and led to people like you. Deborah was instrumental in getting us out to people that have amazing reputations like you and other people across the country that have radio programs. And we've also, where we've really grown and really reached people too, is through television ministries. And we're working with Christian networks literally across the country that go in homes of millions. And we are going on programs, doing live shows, we're doing tape shows, and then we also did a 30-minute educational program with Arthur-Lene Rippey that we're placing on different networks too. So, when we first started, the product has a twofold purpose, which is to spread health and wellness through the product and through education, but also to help ministries and health organizations grow and be able to spread God's word as a message of health to millions of people. And we are doing that. It's really fun to be working the way that we envisioned. It's just we kind of grown past where our scope was when we first started.
So, still only in this country? Have you moved international yet?
Haven't yet, but...
You're the president. You plan on doing that?
Hope to in the future. We do. We want to make sure that we are doing everything that we can in the United States to get this product and message out. And then my hope is to take it globally. What better message to take across the globe than the message of fruit of the Spirit from the Scripture, straight from the Scripture, but also the product.
Amen. Well, I'm sure that you'll know when it will be time, and as the president, once you feel it, then we'll hear about you moving up to these other parts of the globe. Right now, you're still making it across the United States, but as I've mentioned before, you'll never find this product in stores. I think you pretty much made that commitment. Am I right about that?
That is right. Yeah, this product, we really want to work with organizations and through the internet be able to meet our twofold purpose.
All right. Now, talk to us, because we can't find her. You probably keep better tabs on her than anybody. And I'm talking about this Deborah Ray gal that we love so much and that you've come to love and respect as you have. What's Deborah up to now? I know we'll get her on our show so she can tell us in person, but in sort of a fashion where as best we can do right now is to hear from you. You told me she's up in Vancouver. Is she working or is she having a rest?
She's actually enjoying some vacation. She is working from there. I've been
When is she not working, our Deborah? Yeah.
But and she writes articles for us regularly that we post on our blog, and she answers any questions on the blog. On the blog, we have people that comment on different articles and have questions. So she's regularly tied and available through that means. And she does some amazing articles. We just posted one on hearing health, and she pulls great research from all different places and includes it in these articles that she writes. So that's an added benefit that she brings to us, one of many. But she's in Vancouver. She and her husband go once a year, I think for about 3 weeks around this time, and just relax, enjoy the weather up there, and then they make their way back down to Tampa.
Well, I just fell off my chair. Her husband. The last time I talked with Deborah, she didn't have a husband.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she didn't speak about it. Wait, I'm unaware of that fact.
Yeah. I think it was. She got married, I guess, about 6 months ago.
Wow. How that could get under the radar. I don't know if my listeners know about that. No one's ever talked to me about it.
Wonderful.
Oh my goodness, we're so happy for her. But boy, that was stealth. How that? I mean, you keep talking to Deborah. You just assume, well, let's talk about fruit of the spirit. What are you doing, Deborah? What's going on in your life? When you ask Deborah what's going on in her life, and she jumps in talking about fruit of the spirit, yet she's been married in the meantime. That's difficult for me to process, but I'll get over it.
And Ron is one of the greatest guys, and is married and happy.
Outstanding. We're loving it. That's just the best things you could have given us, to hear that she's in a relationship. We all knew our Dr. Carew so well that we never knew that Deborah would be hooking up again. Well, we're going to be asking her a bunch of questions on that when I talk to her next. Just get her ready for it. Okay, so she's.
I'll let her know.
Yeah, you got to let her know. We have to ask a bunch of questions about Ron, you say, huh?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that. And talk to us a bit about, when she wrote the book Harmony, she did it in collaboration with 2 other doctors. I'm familiar with one of those doctors because from the very inception of hearing about Fruit of the Spirit, Dr. Young was, he was the professional that gave that side of the story and was a wonderful testimonial to a product that was embraced by a medical practitioner. Now, Dr. Reyes, I don't know her. It is a female, right, Dr. Reyes? Okay. Talk to us a bit about this professional staff that evidently Deborah works with every day now, huh?
She works with them twice a week. She goes in their practice Tuesdays and Thursdays and works with them and the patient. And they are a practitioner. They're medical doctors. But their practice is really getting to the root of the problem and trying to fix the problem, the root of the problem that their patients have. And so it's that they call it the Center Foundation Health Center. And they see patients, and Dr. Reyes joined Dr. Young. It's been about a year.
Yeah, I'm going to say it would have to be about a year because her name was never mentioned when I was last having frequent discussions with all of you. But evidently she filled an appropriate niche. She must be feeling awful comfortable about working within that practice with that philosophy and these products, because if she contributed to that book, it was in a positive way and made the book better, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And she brings somewhat, a different background, and she has been such an asset to the practice because Dr. Young is flowing with new patients. And so Dr. Reyes came in to help, not only help him see more patients and be able to spread his message to more people and what he's doing with his patients on a regular basis. And they literally go through, I think last month they went through over 250 bottles of Fruit of the Spirit out of that practice.
Dispense it out of the practice.
Yeah, and it's great because they talk about the benefits of Fruit of the Spirit every patient that comes in that door, and then patients come back and buy it as they see and feel better.
That's great. Well, Dr. Young, I'm sure we just never, his schedule was so busy that once when I tried to get him to come on the show, there was so many conflicts, we never seemed to pull it off. Maybe with your influence and Deborah's influence, I'd sure love to get Dr. Young on the show as a professional, co-professional, a colleague to share with our listeners with the experience he has had with that product, because I saw him first on the Christian broadcast out of Tampa when he and Deborah were on the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I caught that one, and so I know him physically. I know what he looks like, and certainly know his voice. But we ought to bring him on the show and have him tell that story to us from his perspective in a live fashion. Have my listeners have an opportunity to ask him questions too. So hopefully you can use your influence to do that, Presidente.
Absolutely, he's ready and willing to come on anytime that works. But what's great is he goes with me to a lot of those filming, or some of the filming when we schedule from that, and he gives a different perspective from a medical doctor's perspective. So it just adds more credibility to the product, and we're able to see different sides for different reasons of why the product is so good. We actually did a show recently that was really well received about the importance of leaving a legacy of health. You know, we always talk about leaving a legacy, but we really don't talk about leaving the legacy of health to our children and our children's children. And it's so important, and it really is something that you can leave your children, is the importance of taking care of yourself. And we did that with the message of, fruit of the Spirit is a great gift to give if you're a grandparent, to give to your children, to give to your grandchildren, to be able to actually improve their daily diet with a great teaching 1 ounce drink every morning, or you mix it in a shake for your kids. So it was a great show. Dr. Young was on there with us. He actually did quick clips from. He has 3 little boys. Quick clips from them, and because they drink it every day. So that was really good to get that message out.
Well, hopefully we'll get him up on our show in very, very near future. Why don't we do this? Take one final break. In the interim, maybe some of you out there listening to this great story about Fruit of the Spirit want to call up and talk to the president yourself. The number is 412-825-6262. Now, if we've got the president, she knows the game plan. I'm going to be asking her when we get back what's on the drawing board for the near future. Only she would know, folks. Only she would know. Be right back in a moment with Deanna and Naylor.
Want to help your family be healthier? Instead of learning to disguise tofu in wondrous ways, how about some real nutritional power? If your family has typical American salads, fries, pizza, and burgers, giving your family the blessing of good nutrition is a struggle. Fruit of the Spirit is the answer for your family's nutritional needs. Fruit of the Spirit is an all-natural, whole fruit puree made from fresh fruits native to the Holy Land with alkalizing minerals. Fruit of the Spirit was 5 years in the formulation, the work of a team of top nutritional experts with independent science to confirm its antioxidant power. 1 ounce a day provides the equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and minerals. Fruit of the Spirit is convenient, affordable, and delicious. Even your Pixie family will sing the praises of Fruit of the Spirit. Give your loved ones the blessing of good nutrition. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer. Fruit of the Spirit, a blessing for your good health. That's 1-800-442-3793. Call them now, 1-800-442-3793.
This is Dennis J. Courtney, MD. Have you become confused about how best to manage your health? It's no wonder. It seems that every time you turn on the television or radio, another expert has yet another suggestion for you to follow that seems to be reasonable enough, but no matter how dutifully you follow the instruction, it just doesn't quite produce the results that you are looking for. If this confusion sounds familiar to you, give us a call at the Center for Complementary Health, where we'll make some sense of the confusion based on a blending of traditional and alternative medicine that we've been perfecting over the last 7 years. We offer metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and a host of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
Dennis J. Courtney, MD, is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back once again to AIM Impact on Your Health here on this Friday morning version of the show. We got a wonderful guest with us today. She's the president of Fruit of the Spirit, a product first brought to you a year and a half ago, folks. At the time, she was a VP, but months go by, years also ensue, and things change. Well, we're happy to have her with us today. She's bringing us back into the light of knowledge on this product, and bringing up the names of the folks that we associated with it before. She's got about 10 minutes to go here. She'll take your calls at 412-825-6262. Her name is Deanna, Naylor. Deanna, Presidente, tell us what's in store for the company as you see it in 2011. What's going to happen?
2011, as we continue to grow, my goal is to touch more markets, and through that, we have a lot of opportunity that slowly seems to be expanded across the country, and some of those seeds are in the Hispanic market, and so we have plans and goals to get to that market in a more impactful way in 2011. And also, my goal in 2011 is to come out with travel size impact, because a lot of people say, this product's great, and when I travel, and when I...
Oh, yeah, that is a really large bottle to be... And if you go on U.S. Air, it costs you $100 to take the bottle.
Because people when they travel, that's really times that you need that supplemental energy and good nutrition, because a lot of times when we're traveling, it's hard to get that. And so 2011, my goal is to come out with little travel convenience bags to make it easier for people to stay on the regimen of drinking it daily. So, and we just continue to bring on new partners, and we continue to work with our existing ones to help reach out to more people. And we really pray that God leads us with people and the things that we need to do to continue to get this wonderful message out.
Now, you say you are involved a lot with television, especially Christian television. Is there a show that's, current or one envisioned to be up and coming that we can all see across the country? Is there such a program in the offing, at least?
There is. We work with different networks, but you mentioned that, and there is some wrestling and some discussion about a program that involves Deborah, Dr. Young, and Fruit of the Spirit, and a regular program that we broadcast to get this message out in our own way. But it's kind of on the drawing board right now, and so I will keep you posted as we progress.
Oh, yeah, because it's just natural to think that you should have, for sure, at least a weekly presence out there that would allow people to be educated about Fruit of the Spirit for the first time and on an ongoing basis. So I'm going to put my 2 cents in. You got the right names there. Deborah Ray absolutely should be involved with that project, and I'm sure if it happens, she will.
Yes. She is instrumental in what we do every day.
Well, I enjoyed having the opportunity to have you come aboard with us today and bring us back into the fold. Sort of we're wandering out here, although Deborah's nice enough and cut those spots for us, and we have her, literally her voice at every single show we ever do. It was nice to get back and have a chance to talk to you. Glad to hear you have been upregulated to president. That to me bespeaks of how sincere your predecessor knew of your sincerity and felt you were the best person to put in that position, and I think he made the right choice.
It is my calling to spread the message of health and wellness. And it's just wonderful to be able to do it through Food and Spirit.
Well, we'll be talking with each other very soon once again. Hopefully, when Deborah comes back with her husband, which we didn't know about. We're still getting over that, by the way. Dropping that bombshell on us like you did, you know. But when we get a chance to get Deborah on the show, hopefully we'll be able to do that within the next few weeks and find out from her perspective how things are going with Food and Spirit. I know they're going to match up. I know that she's going to be very harmonious with your assessment. But, of course, we all want to hear from Deborah, and hopefully you can put the word in so that we can make that happen. What do you think, Ms. Naylor?
I will, absolutely.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. We're going to say goodbye to you now. I got a couple words before I have a chance to say goodbye to the rest of the audience, but we'll be talking.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.
There you have it. You were with El Presidente herself, Deanna Naylor. Yeah, Food and Spirit, heck of a message. Only product I know that's really so associated with Christianity and the like. A strong spiritual component, biblical references. You got to say, it's truly unique. Taste it, you'll find out how unique it really is. And you'll be hearing more and more about this as time goes on. Okay, just to let you know, next week it's Cass Ingram week. We'll find out probably today what day of the week next week Cass will be with us. He'll either be with us on Monday or Wednesday, and then Thursday night up there at the Freedom of Choice in Cancer Therapy Group. I thought that what I'd like to do is once again close it off today with that quotation mark because it's on my laptop. Oh, I'll do it. The first part of our show on Monday, Understanding Healthcare. I thought it was a great one sentence on the subject. I'll repeat it when it comes to our Monday morning show. Until then, this is Dr. Dennis Courtney saying so long for AM Impact on Your Health.